Hey guys, it's Brit, and today is Thursday, and I've been trying to do this segment where I talk about Game of Thrones episodes on Thursdays, but recently anxiety has just kind of um, made me think that that idea isn't a good idea, and if you guys like it, I'll bring it back because I enjoy it, but my anxiety just in my head is just like, the people don't like it and you are terrible at this. So, yeah, that's why that hasn't been a thing the past few weeks. But anyway, I wanted to say that it's Thursday, so I want to incorporate something Game of Thronesy. And I thought I would talk about, since I get asked this a lot over at Talking Thrones, in his comment section, what my ideal ending for Game of Thrones would be. I thought I would make a video about it because that seems to be like a thing that people are interested in. So, okay. This is not what I think is going to happen. This is just what I wish would happen. This is purely wish fulfillment. So, if you want a theory video, let me know. But, ideally, Jon, Jon would survive. But, uh, the way things are going, I don't think that's going to happen. But ideally, Jon would survive and be happy in Winterfell. And Arya would continue to travel and be like some sort of trainer because she does seem to enjoy not being stationary. And I think if she was to how to put this, to go back to Winterfell and be forced to stay there to rule as a lady of the North, she wouldn't be happy. I think she should go off with Gendry and they should have cool adventures together. And Jon can rule the North with Sansa. Now, going into Sansa, you guys know I ship Theon and Sansa really hard. And if I could write Game of Thrones, they would be together by the end. Maybe they wouldn't be married, maybe they wouldn't be married for love, but just to have companions, because they've been through a lot together. They've suffered by the same man. And by marrying Theon, Sansa not only makes herself unavailable to be a pawn, but she's been scarred for life. I think it would be unfair to make her raise children and be with another man after being so poorly treated by Ramsay. So ideally, if she married Theon, she wouldn't have to worry about that. She would be with someone who fully understands her struggle. And that would be great. They could rule the North together, or they could go, or Theon could rule. I see, the thing is, I don't think Theon wants to rule the Iron Islands. He knows he's not a good leader at this point. So I think he would relinquish his title as Lord of the Iron Islands, and it really doesn't mean all that much to be Lord of the Iron Islands anyway, since they pick who they want to rule them. Huh, that's a plot hole that I never thought about until now. They pick who governs, so it doesn't even matter who the heir is. Okay. So yeah, ideally, Theon and Sansa would stay in Winterfell, and they'd be happy. Now, I'm gonna get some flack for this. I know. She's really popular, and I criticize Emilia Clarke a lot, but I hope that by the end of Game of Thrones, Daenerys is gone. Like she has died. I know that the Iron Throne needs a ruler, and ideally that is her like entire character arc, is to get back to Westeros and her home and rule. But I don't think she's a good leader. She, like Daario said, you're a conqueror. She takes what she wants. And the way that she has governed over the Unsullied and the Dothraki really doesn't make her much better than Cersei, because at this point, Cersei has just blown people to smithereens, and Dany has shown us that she has no problem with burning the people to a crisp that she feels is in her way, whether they are actually interfering with her goals or not. I don't think that Daenerys is completely mentally sound. So, ideally, who would I put on the throne? Nobody. I would get rid of that thing. If I was writing it. If I didn't have, if I felt like the throne wasn't necessary and they could form some sort of different government, I think that would be fantastic. But I don't think that's going to happen. So an alternative to that would be that Tyrion rules, because Tyrion knows politics really, really well. And really, Daenerys doesn't know anything, because she has been raised to believe that she is entitled to everything. And entitlement is not always equal to who is fit to rule. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't like Daenerys in HBO. In HBO's canon, I don't like her. In the books, she's a little more acceptable. I like her. She was a really good character, but now I feel like her ideals and her goals have changed so drastically that I can't root for her anymore, and I'm rooting for her to die. So, yes. Let's see, who else do we need to talk about? Peter Baelish would be dead. Like, he needs to go, and I think he's gonna go in season 7. Yara would be alive, but again, I think Yara is going to be gone. And I think that's gonna be a big character arc for Theon, is learning how to cope without his support system. And that, well, I'll go into this in another video. So if you want what I think is my ideals and what I think is going to happen are two completely different things. So I'll make that a separate video. So Uh, Jon would live, and he would rule the North alongside Sansa and Bran. Bran would live. I hope he lives, if only for the fact that Hodor's sacrifice would not have been in vain if he lives. And HBO has kind of ruined his relevance to the plot. He's kind of become a plot device. And I think that's really unfortunate because Bran started out as such an interesting character. And his character had so much chance to grow, but a lot of that growth was seen off, like we never got to see. It was all happened off screen. So he would fulfill his duties as the three-eyed raven or crow, but we're talking about HBO canon. So, three-eyed raven, he would fulfill his duties, and ideally he would do so in Winterfell. So at least him, Jon, Sansa, and well, Arya, I said I wanted to see travel. So they could all stay in contact and put the pieces of their family back together. And George talks all about this bittersweet ending, and I think the ideal bittersweet ending would be Daenerys getting so close to that throne and her not surviving. Jaime. Jaime has had an interesting character growth, and I would love to see him with someone, whether that be with Brienne, but I know a lot of people don't ship Brienne with Jaime, but that is something that I think is another reason they have a common bond. Tormund is lovely and he's got some great scenes, but Brienne and Jaime have been through so much together that I think they would be able to truly understand each other. And Brienne, now that she is a knight, and once Sansa is safe, they could go off and have a nice, quiet life together outside of King's Landing. Maybe they would even stay in Winterfell. I don't know, but yeah, that's basically how I wish if I wrote Game of Thrones. If I had my way, I could have them be. So until next time, guys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.